Hi everyone, and welcome to your monthly Pick a Card Tarot readings for the month of September 2023. If we haven't met, my name is Sydney, I'm the Tarot Guy Next Door, and I use my occult knowledge and intuition to help guide you towards the life you want. If you'd like to support what I do, or if you have a situation you want me to take a look at, you'll find information on my Patreon below. I'll be doing 7 card readings, and here are the decks that I have for you. We have the classic Rider-Waite-Smith with yellow calcite, the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot with red jasper, and the Light Seers Tarot with lapis lazuli. We also have 4 different oracle cards to choose from 4 different decks. So go ahead and pick which tarot deck and which oracle card resonate with you the most. It's totally fine if you're drawn to more than one, and you can pause this video if you need more time. As always with collective readings, take what resonates with you and leave aside what doesn't. If you want to jump straight to your reading, you'll find timestamps right below. And with that, let's go right to the readings. Alright, Group 1, let's see what we have for you for this month. So, starting with the 3 cards representing your present energy. Oh, well, it's looking like the initial vibe that I'm getting from this is slowing down and making sure that you're doing things right with all the support that you need. That's like the surface way to read these 3 cards in combination. And the past leading us into this is a realization that we can't do it all alone. I mean, that's, again, of the 4 cards that I've turned over, 3 of them are coins, giving a potential emphasis on the material plane, on, physical things. In the incoming energy, we have the King of Coins. Did I say something about there being a lot of coins? So, honestly, so far nothing has... there has been nothing here to contradict the initial vibe that I got from this reading, and especially if your 2 advice cards, supporting main advice and supporting advice, if these 2 cards are cards about, patience, grinding it out, I wouldn't be surprised to see the 8 of coins in either one of these positions here, or even at the bottom of the deck. That would like cement everything. But enough suspense, let's turn it over. We have the 10 of Cups reversed and the 10 of Wands. Very interesting. So it might not be as on the nose as my initial read was hinting at. However, this this 10 of Cups reverse 10 of Wands combo, especially with the King of Coins between them, is... I said this recently too. There's doing what you want to do and doing what you know needs to be done. And I think that that is the combo that these 2 advice cards are bringing to the surface here. Yeah, it's cool to be this Randian hero that doesn't need anyone's help, surrounded by people who are many orders of magnitude lower in competence and intelligence than you are, and just having to do it all on your own. However, I will say this other thing that I've said recently too in readings. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, build a team. And it doesn't necessarily mean building a team, but especially with this 5 of Coins, 10 of Wands combo here, I'm really getting the impression, especially with the 3 of Coins, 3 of Coins, 5 of Coins, 10 of Wands here, is giving me the impression that you've reached the limits, or at least that September is a month for you to realize that you might be hitting the limits of what you can do alone, and that it's time to unburden some of these wands in the hands of someone more competent, so that you can slow down and do it the right way, the practical, long-term, tangible way, like a good ruler does, you know. I'll say this because I suspect most of the people watching this are female. Any court card can be any gender. We all have all 78 cards inside of us. Just want to throw that out there. So the Emperor is the patriarch of the tower, the ruler of the tower. He gets shit done. He runs a tight ship, nice and orderly. And I think that is what you're being invited to graduate from being a knight to being a king. But it starts by slowing down and actually working with people. So yeah, this is definitely something that you're being invited to put emphasis on for this week, group one. I think I can't add anything else without looping. It's also very interesting that the only two reversed cards in your whole reading are these two cards here, one right over the other here. So yeah, it's great, you know, sacrificing some of these ones that you might really enjoy doing might help you go faster, but is it really the right thing to do? I've looped yet again, so I'm going to end this there. Thank you very much for watching, for trusting me with this reading. If you liked the video, please give it a like. You can use the timestamps in the description below to jump to your Oracle card reading. I'll see you there. Actually, I can leave the Emperor at the bottom. He's good. All right, group two, let's see what we have for you for September. It always intrigues me when the first two piles are smaller than the top pile, but whatever. I don't go too much into reading the size of the piles as I'm cutting, but it is something that I notice. Rest and recuperation is definitely the theme here with these four swords. These two fours, I mean, one of them being the Four of Swords, but it's difficult for me to get a sense of what the message is with these three cards alone. So what got us here? What got us here was the world reversed. So either the ending of a cycle, or maybe over isolation, or maybe a need to isolate so that you can get the rest and recuperation, which was hinted at by these three cards. Your incoming energy is the Ace of Swords. Well, that's nice. At least some clarity is, there's some potential clarity to come on the other side of this. Of course, you know, World Reversed, Four of Cups, Ace of Swords is a nice little progression here, that from however we interpret the world reverse, and I've gone on rants like this before about how the world is one of these cards that I read in many, many, many different ways, upright and reversed. But no matter which interpretation, having this go to the Four of Cups and the Ace of Swords does strongly hint at lessons being learned from whatever this is. And your two advice cards are the Queen of Wands reversed and the Eight of Coins, with the Page of Cups at the bottom of your deck. So if you didn't get a feel for this as I was turning these cards over, I am going to have to stare at these cards in silence. I'm just getting the framing right for you. This should be basically perfect. Yeah, that'll do. Group two, this is a pretty strong message of persistence and of if at first you don't succeed, try again. I'm standing by leaving this world reverse card as a wild card, whether it represents an uncomfortable ending of a cycle and beginning of a new one, or whether it represents over-isolation or a need to take some space in order to build the clarity for yourself to tap into all of this energy here. The vibe of this message is one of perseverance, of if at first you don't succeed, try again. Very solidly hinted at by the Seven of Coins reverse, Eight of Coins upright combo here. That's a clear one. But definitely, you know, whatever your big dream is, or whatever your big goal is that you want to manifest, and that you're trying to figure out a way to manifest it, maybe you've tried in the past and it hasn't worked out. Maybe you tried in the past and you fell flat on your face and people laughed at you and your boss saw it and you got fired. First of all, why are you watching this? You should be hunting, job hunting if that's the case. But regardless of anything, whatever this idea is that your boss saw and got you fired, the message of this reading is that there's something there. And if you take the time, first of all, yes, be patient. This is clear what these two cards are saying. Be patient and don't think that it's you. Don't think that you don't have the capacity to bring this to fruition. So continue believing in yourself is what the Queen of Wands is saying here. I always like to eliminate double negatives. Anyway, so yeah, this is looking like September is a time of rest, recuperation, getting your ideas in order, going back to the drawing board and figuring out if the crop isn't as abundant as we would have liked, what adjustments can we make for next time? And by trying through repetition, I say this all the time about the Eight of Coins. The Eight of Coins is a card of gradual improvement through repetition. All of these coins, all of these pentacles are jacked. They're not right. None of them are, and yet this craftsman is continuing to go at it, you know, to carve that perfect pentacle. And as long as you believe in your ability to craft the perfect pentacle, and you make the space for yourself to come up with what is missing, what the secret ingredient is from what you've been trying so far, that's when your dream, or the path to your dream, can open up, even if it's as simple as a moment of clarity. So be on the lookout for that for this month, group 2. And that is a great note to end on. So I'm going to end the reading there. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this, your reading, please give this video a like. And you can use your the timestamps in the description below to jump to your Oracle card reading. I'll see you there. Group 3, the Four of Swords reversed flipped over while I was shuffling for you. I don't know if it has any bearing on your reading at all, but let's take a look at your present energy. The Page of Wands is probably my favorite page in the Light Seers Tarot. What a beautiful energy. This has nothing to do with your reading here. I'm just looking at the carefree, playful attitude of this page. Really fucking awesome stuff. But anyway, the Page of Wands, Eight of Cups, Ten of Wands combo is probably So here's the situation I'm in, group 3. The surface way to read these three cards are very similar to another reading that I gave, and I don't know if I'm being contaminated by that reading or not, so I'm just going to skip this phase right now and look at what got us here. What got us here is the Three of Cups reversed. Oh, that, you know, the two passive threes, that is the Three of Cups and the Three of Coins, I often interpret them as camaraderie, collaboration with peers and things like that. The fact that it's Three of Cups might mean some friction between a network of people and considering whether or not to move on, or at least to come to terms with the things that you need to come to terms with to move forward in the situation, whatever that represents. The incoming energy, yes, this is just one card, is the Two of Swords reversed. Interesting. So let's just throw out the advice cards. So your main advice is the Hangman. Supporting advice is the Ace of Cups with the Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. Listen, I got your back, group 3. I'm just framing this so that I can stare at these cards in silence and really extract what the message is for you. Yeah, that's good. I'll see you right now. Two things, group 3. First of all, I am really happy that I didn't go too deep when these three cards were the only cards that I turned over in your reading, because I was totally cognitively biased by one of the readings that I'd given before. This is a different vibe than what I was thinking of at first. Second of all, I want to summarize the overall vibe that I'm getting here, and the reason that I'm putting this in one of the caveats is because this might not map particularly well to your situation. And once I put this out there, then I'm going to try to make the reading as helpful as possible to basically everyone who chose this pile. So here's the vibe that I'm getting. Three of Cups, Eight of Cups, Two of Swords, and all the other cards around them, of course. The vibe that I'm getting is one of, you know, when you have a friend that you, okay, I'm sorry, this is the first idea that came to mind, so I'm just going with it balls deep, okay? Let's say you have a friend that that loves comic books. You and your friend love comic books. You talk about it all the time. You talk about all the latest things of Marvel, DC, Image, all those independent houses that I've never heard of, all that shit. And then at some point you realize, you know what, maybe we should open a comic book store together. And it seems nice. You both know your shit about comic books. You both know a lot. And it is after putting things or starting to plan to actually open this comic book store together that you realize that this friend of yours, as awesome as they are to hang out with, as knowledgeable as they are with comic books, as far as a reliable partner to go on a business venture with, they're not all that. And it is through the you know, initial steps of opening a comic book store together with your friend that you realize this, and now you're like, now what? That's like the overall vibe of this, and realizing that your friend might not be a good business partner, as awesome as they are to hang out with, and certainly as awesome as they are to talk about comic books with. As far as opening a store together, they're not all that. And now that leaves you with now what? Maybe feeling like you have a lot to carry if you want to move this project forward. But I think that the month of September for you, Group 3, no matter what the comic book store, how this comic book store applies to your life, and it might have been a friend, or it might have been you not realizing that that you had people around you and that you were trying to do it on your own. But I'm sticking with the friend part because this Three of Cups reversed in your past here. That's the most likely interpretation. Just wanted to throw the alternative out there for some of you. So anyway, I think that the month of September is going to be a month where you're going to find out you're going to find out what you're capable of, and it might suck in the meantime. It might suck in the present. However, you are ready to go at this new level. I say this all the time about pages. Pages are graduated aces. The Page of Wands is a new ace that has already gone from the Ace of Wands all the way to the 10, you know? And it is funny having the 10 of Wands and the Page of Wands together here. But I think that if you choose to move forward, this could be moving on with the project anyway and opening that damn comic book store anyway. This could be demoting your friend and having this friend just be an acquaintance that you just talk about comics with and nothing else. I don't know how that plays out for you, but there's definitely an idea of moving forward, going on a quest for something that would make you happy, represented in this Ace of Cups, this Eight of Cups here. And the new perspective that is hinted at by the Hangman here is one of finding out what you're capable of, to find the seed, the emotional seed within you that you can grow into whatever that you want to make happen. And it does involve making a decision. It might, the Two of Swords reversed here, it's either a delay in making a decision or an uncomfortable decision, but it is, at some point you gotta make the choice, you know? Am I opening the comic book store with this friend and just bearing the burden on me? That could be a choice, as long as you make that choice with eyes wide open and you don't end up building resentment with your friend. I mean, if you could actually pull it off, it's risky but possible, I guess. Then you do you, you know? Or it could be holding on to this extra burden while waiting for someone in your network that is better suited to open the comic book store with than your comic book geek friend, you know. Let me just make sure. I'm going to pause this video one last time just to make sure that I wasn't so lost in the metaphor that I haven't, that I missed out on some things that might be helpful to some of you. Give me a second. That's about it. The only subtle nuances that I missed is that both the Two of Swords and the Hangman, whether they're upright or reversed, they have this notion of stagnation to them. So try to, no matter how disappointing things might be in your situation, try to not let that stop you from moving forward. Even small baby steps taken consistently towards your goal can get you there, no matter how unreliable your comic book friend is. So yeah, that is what I have for you, Group 3. Thank you very much. If you like this reading, please give this video a like. And as always, if you don't want to watch me pick up your reading, you can use the timestamps below to jump a couple seconds ahead to your Oracle card portion. I will see you there. All right, let's see if we can get this right the first time. This should be good. I'm getting into the habit of putting these cards closer to me than I think they should be. And at some point, I will get this right. So, Group A, your card is the Receptive. Very interesting. This is I Ching hexagram number 2. And the keywords are the yielding yin principle, devoted, patient, supportive, obedient, responsive, intuitive, earthy, mother. I always read earthy wrong when I pull I Ching hexagram card number 2. So anyway, for you, Group A, the September is looking like a month where you're being invited to contemplate and be patient and focused and nurturing. Either that or to seek out the nurturing, because sometimes when we're all go, 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 we need something like a spa that we can go to relax. You know, whatever the metaphorical spa is for you, you're either being invited to be the spa or to go to the spa, metaphorically speaking again. But this is looking like a time to contemplate, get your thoughts in order. There are a lot of planets that are retrograde, certainly for the first half of September, so that might have something to do with it. Group B, your card is Impulse. This is a waxing crescent fire moon. Let me actually show you your card here. Very interesting. So it's looking like for you, Group B, September is looking like a month to take the first initial steps towards your dreams, and to remember that this is one of these things that I say a lot, but September might be a big month for you in hindsight, but I think that the things that you're setting in place are opportunities for something big to grow out of them. So don't be too hard on yourself if you know, the to-do list doesn't get checked off as much as you would like. I think that there is the initial momentum for something great, Group B. Group C, your archetype is the prostitute. Very interesting. Let me just show it to you there. The light attribute is accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. The shadow attribute is places material consideration and security above self-empowerment. This is very interesting because depending on the reading that I gave and how it resonates with you, you might either be invited to not compromise, or you might be being warned to not let feelings of immediate safety let you compromise your judgment. Honestly, it's difficult for me to It's difficult for me to elaborate depending, again, on the reading you chose and how it resonated with you. So I think what I'm going to do for you, Group C, is to just reread these and invite you to contemplate these for the month of September. So the light attribute accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. And the shadow attribute places material considerations and security above self-empowerment. So yeah, either stand for what you believe in or believe in yourself enough to not sell yourself out, Group C. Group D, your spirit animal is the fish spirit, the koi fish spirit. There is always enough. Well, this is a blatant warning against scarcity mindset. So make sure that you realize that for the month of September, don't let fear of loss or fear of lack or, the FOMO drive you. That might be a risk for you, Group D. So try to remember that there's always another opportunity around the corner, or whatever shiny thing that you say yes to, you're saying no to a bunch of different things. So sometimes a thing that you've already said yes to might be worth foregoing the shiny object. But really make sure that you come for this month of September with a spirit of abundance and to try to avoid FOMO, basically. So that wraps up everything. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video and you haven't done so yet, please give this video a like. It really does help out the channel. I hope everyone has a fantastic month of September. Thanks for watching again. Take care. I'll see you soon.